Hey, beautiful seekers, welcome back to the Existential Shift. We're having an empty moon in Pisces today. Yes, it is a new moon in Pisces. So why am I calling it an empty moon? Because this is something that is often, wait, what is happening? This is something that is unfortunately not discussed pretty much at all, if ever. I don't tend to hear about it anyway. Um, Sorry, I don't know. I thought I had the frame. Now I'm not so sure. Anyway, so every new moon, Pisces or no Pisces, every new moon in general, every month, is actually an empty moon. The new moon, you don't yet see it when it's a new moon. You don't yet see it in the sky. It's still concealed, it's still hidden. It's not an energy for new starts. You want to wait a couple of days until the moon is starting to show in the night sky. And by the time, usually depending on the degree in which the new moon begins, but usually by that time, the moon has already um, moved into the following sign. So the energy of this new moon in Pisces, aka empty moon, when it comes to manifestation, what is happening? What is happening? Okay, it's not mirroring me. The camera is not mirroring me. I don't know what happened. So I was trying to act cool, but there, I can't even know which side to put my hand in order to fix it. It's crazy. Anyway, so the energy you actually want to work when it comes to manifestation, specifically if you're into manifesting with the new moon, that would be the energy of Aries. So you want to manifest on the new moon in Pisces, you want to manifest things to do with Aries energy and um and wherever Aries is in your chart when it comes to where it is. For example, right? If this was a new moon in Aries, then your manifestation would apply more with the energy of the following sign, which is Taurus. Um, I feel really awkward with the light, with the frame. This sucks. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna fix this. There we go. Is this kind of ish better? Yeah. Okay. Great. So the new moon in Pisces that we're having today, as I'm recording this on October 27th, 2025, and will have its effects and influence for the next 2 weeks until the full moon in Virgo, which is actually also an eclipse, and for the next 6 months, actually, until the new moon in Virgo season, aka September. Um, so basically, I wanted to start making the video align with the actual energy that we're talking about. Because, yes, technically, there's a new moon in Pisces at 9 degrees, where the sun and the moon conjunct in the sky, the same degree, making a new moon. This happens in cycles of every 28, 29 days. We have 13 of those every year, not 12. We have 13 moon cycles. But you guys know that I talk about this, so that's not new to you if you've been around my channel. Hello, Iniso and Garanji. Welcome. My favorite reader. You are blessed. Oh, thank you. You're blessed. Always so spot on and intuitive. Bless you. Thank you. Bless you too. So I want to work with the energy that are actually applicable for now. It's not really an initiation in the energy of Pisces. Not yet anyway. It's funny. It's like, and like 99% of the world of astrology refers to new moon as actual new moons as opposed to like empty moon. This is a time to end and release monthly, right? It doesn't have to be like big ending and releases. It's like a monthly thing. So for some of you, depending on your chart and your life circumstances and your choices, it could be huge. But for some of you, it could be something little. Um, so right now, it's actually an emptying energy in the constellation of Pisces. Now, Pisces is also coincidentally the last sign in the zodiac and the sign of endings and of karma and dharma, dissension and ascension, fate and destiny. Now, conveniently enough, we so happen to have Saturn been transiting, Pisces for a while. It's now at its 20th degree in Pisces as I'm recording this, but it will move a few degrees during the month of March. Um, and Saturn is also the planet of karma, of consequences, of cause and effect, of um, spiritual maturity and, physical worldly maturity. They kind of correlate with each other. So that's pretty much the shift talk, the clarifying that it's an empty moon. I'm going to start referring to this an empty moon from here on instead of new moon. It applies to what we technically refer to as a new moon. It is a new moon. It's starting to grow, but it's like the cusp before, it's like the twilight before the dawn. So that's what new moons are, what I'm referring to as an empty moon. It's the twilight before the dawn of the energy of that sign. If if the new moon is in the early degrees of the sign. If the new moon is in the mid degrees or late degrees, then within 2 days, when the moon starts to show in the night sky, it's already in the next constellation. It's already in the next zodiac sign, right? So sometimes a new moon, in this example in Pisces, will generate energy in Pisces from Pisces, and sometimes it will generate energy from the following. You want to keep track at the degrees. Where will it play out in your chart in your life? You want to know where you have Pisces in your chart. You can go by your sun sign, you can go by your moon sign, especially with moons, the moon cycles where the new moon and the full moon is, you can absolutely go by your moon sign. And you don't have to always know your accurate date, time of birth to know your moon sign because they transit every 2.5 days. So if you were born on a day where the moon was transiting for the entire 24 hours in one sign, then you know that that's where your moon is. So when it comes to moon cycles, you can absolutely look at your moon sign and go by the house by that. Ideally by the rising sign, but if you don't know it, it's fine. Go by your sun, go by your moon. It's all good. Um, but technically, it goes by your rising sign when it comes to the area of your life where it plays out. So, yeah, just to kind of give you a broader understanding, more context. So, if you're doing it for yourself, if you're trying to analyze your own life, analyze your chart, whatever the case may be, so you know how to approach it. And also, like, please, 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 enough with the manifestations on the new moon bullshit. Enough of that. You're not manifesting shit, you're causing chaos. You're throwing the energy out into empty space. It's like a dark hole energy. It takes it does whatever it does with it. Who knows where it ends up? Who knows how it manifests back, if at all? Manifestations, once again, they're not for the actual new moon, aka empty moon. If you start thinking about it as an empty moon, you won't be tempted to manifest, to try to manifest, or start new things or stuff like this. Is not a time for a new beginning. It's time to continue. It's time to rest. It's time to finalize. It's time to repeat. It's time to circle around your booty, like, and recheck and redo and rearrange. I'm not saying that's what you need to do for 6 months, but maybe for at least for the next couple of weeks ish. Plan, think, don't do anything that comes with risk. That is completely new in your life, like completely new, that you haven't interacted with before, you haven't had experience with before. It's okay to have a new start within something that already exists, in a relationship with someone you've already known, a job that you've already done, something that you've already been there, done that. Now there's like a renewal of, or a different approach, a new approach to it. That's fine. A renewed old thing, that's perfect for an empty moon in in Pisces. Okay. Also, very energy sucking thing. Energetically, it's really, really convoluted. You also have Neptune in Pisces now, Mercury, North Node, they're all doing a lot, and it's like we do not have the skill to understand what the fuck they're doing in that room, in that board meeting. I don't even I'm not even I don't want to go into that room. I don't just do this is like a divine it's like a board meeting amongst divine entities and advanced alien societies, uh, you know, deciding the fate of the new Earth slash the old Earth. Like it's the kind of like don't it's like you'll melt. You'll go into that. You'll it's like what's his name? Orpheus with the wings, with the golden wings, who flew too close to the sun and got burned. You're not in that frequency to try to enter that room. You'll get burned. You'll get melted down. Um, sorry. You get a vote when it comes to making different decisions for yourself, not repeating karmic loops that are negative and inauthentic and not in alignment with who you are now, who you have evolved into. Remember, astrology is a roadmap, it's not an enforcement, right? So you take it as advice, as a tool. Ideally, you want to ascend the signs and not be bound by your chart. It's just like, okay, you're a great swimmer. You know it's going to be a stormy sea. You just don't dive there and swim today. You're going to wait a couple of days until the sky clear and the water is calm, and then you go for a swim. It doesn't mean you're not a good swimmer. It just means you're wise, and that's how you want to utilize astrology in your chart and stuff like that. Um, a lot of release of karmic baggage. You're being freed. This is liberation. This is being freed from karmic prison that we all exist within to a certain degree, right? No one is exempt. And but there is ascension above the former uh condensity levels of your frequency and of where you're at with your consciousness and with your place, on your path. Um, the fishies, the Piscean energy, are currently still in deep water, dark water, right here. Okay, but they're transitioning into brighter waters. And hello, Aries, Allison. Painful rebirth. Yeah. Um, sorry, I'm just messing with my nose. This is a time for if you want to part ways with something, with a tendency, with a situation, with something that no longer serves you. If you recognize a potential repeat of something that imposes a risk, a danger, or not a risk, a danger, like the heart yearns and is feeling inspired, but it's like there's a level of natural fear. I'm not talking about that kind of, that's a good risk, you gotta live. But I'm talking about like danger, something like not good, or something that have like just you might not want to go there. If you have doubts about a place, a job, a thing that you think that might really go bad, potentially, right? And it's a real risk factor. I wouldn't do this at this time. Like the consequences for everything are just a lot more direct and a lot more clear. So you really want to make sure that you're sincere with your intentions, sincere with your reasons. Um, yeah, okay. What else can I tell you about the empty moon in Pisces? Emotional baggage, a really good time to release that. You know, if you want to meditate or do Reiki or go for a swim or a hike and purge, you know, detox, I'm sorry. Um, have a good cry, have a good release. And a lot of closure of karmic stuff. A lot of these things, a lot of these closures are gonna surprise you. You wouldn't think. These could be things that have been around in your life for a while. These could be things that you were certain are solid. This is solid. This is something forever. This is something um that's just, you know, that's what like the thing that you take for granted that you never assume or guess, but you had a certain inclination, right? A suspicion, concern, a thought, I don't know. Okay, so let's go sign by sign. Okay. We're gonna start with Pisces this time. Happy birthday, Pisces. How are you guys doing? A lot going on. So let's see what's up for the MT slash new moon for you. Beautiful Piscean seekers. I'm gonna turn on the AC. Tell me if it's really bad with the sound. Because it's a little bit of a loud AC. Let me know if you can hear it. And if you can, to what. Okay, so Pisces. For the next 2 weeks to 6 months. Message from the empty moon in Pisces 2025. I really encourage you to reciprocate, by the way, all seekers, if you want to make a donation, um, or if you just want to book a reading and kind of, book a service of some sort. But either way, of course, I encourage you to do the easiest things, which is to like and to let me know your thoughts. Thank you. Okay. Pisces message regarding this empty moon in your sign. A sense of identity, I mean, this is your first house, so a sense of identity is really, really, you're releasing several costumes, several aspects of your exterior self. And exterior self is not just style, although it could definitely be that as well, but it's also aspects of your personalities that you have created. Now, we all create our personalities with our life experiences, with our respond to events, with observing our environment. We kind of pick up things and then create a character, which we can always change and shift, right? A sense of identity is made. Um, uh, better. And so something about your sense of identity, Pisces, is going through a release and a transformation. But first and foremost, a release. And it's going to feel like profoundly bizarre. It's going to be profoundly bizarre. Um, it's going to be weird to the weird. You already feel a little bit weird with yourself. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it's really time to let go of something that has been really hurting you. Like, this could be a relationship that has been very hurtful, that has been very aggressive with you and demanding. and judgmental and irrational. There's something very archaic, archaic, arcane about it. Is that the word? Um, and not in a way of like strong tradition that keeps you grounded. I mean, more so in the way of like it just no longer applies to the reality of today. It's something so this will collapse, this thing. It could be a relationship of some sort, Pisces, I'll be honest with you. And it will make room for something significantly better for you. You're going through a profound change at this time. Because it's not just an empty moon in Pisces like the yearly one that we get. There's a crazy stallion in your sign. All the planets are there. Aside of the obvious, which is the sun and the moon, because it's a new moon. You have Saturn, Mercury, North Node, Neptune. Venus will retrograde back into your sign as well um, in this time frame. And I mean, the good news is on the other end of it, you're turning from a fish to a whale. It's ascending, right? The butterfly develops their wings. Um, but you're not going to recognize, you're already probably not really recognizing yourself. Just surrender to that. Surrender, surrender, surrender is the most I can tell you. Like, that's the best advice I can come up with for you. Hello, hello, everybody who's joining. Okay, Pisces, good luck. I want to keep these readings as short and sweet as possible because recently my lives have grown really long and it's like, oh, okay. Aries, this MT/new moon is happening in your 12th house for those of you who are Aries rising or Aries sun. Actually, also Aries moon. I already covered that, so never mind. So 12th house is also the house of Pisces and also signifies endings, but there's something here is, sorry, my hair is very, it's fine. Something here, a really profound spiritual, emotional, psychological realization that is going to blow your mind. It's like it's been there this entire time, but not on the surface, so you weren't aware of it or acknowledging it. It wasn't even something you considered. But suddenly you realize it and you're like, this has been the truth this entire time, but only now I'm able to see it. How come? It's just what it is. Don't judge yourself. Um, it will generate, um, catalyze a chain reaction, a domino effect of several endings. Interesting. It's also very spiritual. Um, but it has to do with some sort of traditions in your life. Could be family, could be place of origin, could be a place that you belong to. Maybe you have a tenure at a university or something, and suddenly you realize, whoa, that's not my path, or it's not in alignment, not anymore anywhere, or it never has been. How did I not see it? You suddenly seeing things in retrospect. Um, so that's that. Yeah, 12th house fun shenanigans. Let's see what the cards has to say for Aries for this empty moon in Pisces, please. I'm gonna braid my hair maybe because no, I cut my. Here's the truth. I cut my bangs too short, and now it's just driving me insane. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm usually a lot more cautious with my bangs. Like I don't let them be shorter than this ish. And it's like I went into I had a tantrum of some sort. I just cut them. It's like it's too long. Then I made it too short. I apologize. Cards for Aries, please. Message for the empty moon in Pisces. Queen of Swords. You're Knight of Pentacles. You need to make a decision of some sort and then act upon it. Like someone is telling you. It's almost like a. I was about to say. By the way, the AC, does it bother the sounds too much? Can you guys hear it? So I was about to say they're giving you an ultimatum, but now I don't. It's not exactly an ultimatum. Ultimatum, more like an assignment, a mission, uh, like someone is asking you to be a messenger of something, either to deliver something physically or do something for them that is important. This is someone that you value their opinion. They have some mental influence on you, like um, and they're in a position of authority of some sort in relation to you. So it's like I feel like you'll be inclined to do it, but there's something you're hesitant a little bit. Like you want to be more certain. Um, more for Aries. The Fool. Interesting. So this, in a way, is actually going to free you. Ironically, it's not something that is intended. Like this Queen of Swords is not sending you on this assignment or mission or on delivering a message intending for you to find this sense of freedom or uh, okay, you're going somewhere that you're somewhere, you're leaving for something specific. It's supposed to be temporary, you're supposed to come back from there. But then while you're there on that travel, on that journey, in that place, delivering that message, whatever it is, on that assignment, mission, um, you then decide not to come back. It's like you don't return from it. You kind of either continue the journey or continue the exploration. And whether you turn from it or not, I don't know. That's yours. It's like it start off as one thing with one purpose, and it completely changes. It kind of has a life of its own. It's like you're going somewhere and finding something, or discovering something, or realizing something, and then you're just kind of. I think I'm gonna take this other path and continue instead of going back to where it came from, like you were supposed to do. Um, It's like you were supposed to leave the palace and deliver a message and return to the palace, but then you deliver the message and you don't return to the palace. No one knows where the fool goes other than the fool, and he himself doesn't even know. So, yeah, but it's very liberating. It's like it's the opportunity that you needed in order to discover something or rediscover something along those lines. So, okay, so this Piscean moon is going to be very, very interesting for you and very liberating. Very liberating. Okay, good luck. Taurus. For Taurus rising, this is happening in your 11th house. Empty moon for Taurus, please. Wheel of Fortune. Something major is occurring with this empty moon. I love seeing this at the bottom of the deck. So this empty moon is really coinciding with new moon energy for you in Pisces, actually. So it's like something leaves the mechanism, and it's been like an extra screwdriver. No, no. It was something that wasn't an extra. It was a part of the mechanism, but it became no longer an aspect of the mechanism was starting to hurt the mechanism, was kind of turning on itself. This is like um a immunity system, right? The immunity in your body that sometimes turns, when there's like immune disease, so compromise, something like that, like the situation where it turns on itself and starts attacking the good bacteria, or so something in the system here has turned on itself, but that is being released and cleared. And it's something old. It's something that has been a part of this mechanism for a long time. But that change keeps the system, but in a more harmonious, more aligned with itself kind of thing. It's no longer convoluted on itself. It's free to be what it is in essence. Does that make sense? So there's a lot more harmony and joy, like something that has been causing a lot of stress and conflict within this scenario. This could be 11th house, and this could be your French, your friend group, your dreams, your aspiration, your um, peers, group of peers. Um, yeah, but this is very positive. It's going to play out really well for you, Taurus. Okay, good luck. Gemini. We started with Pisces. I should remember that. So we're ending with um, Aquarius. So now we're doing Gemini. I don't know what happened. Are you guys still here? Is this the same stream? Kind of, I don't know, made a jump for a moment. Right, we're back. Let me know that you guys are still here. Just write down that now we are in Gemini. Gemini, this is if you're Gemini rising, this is happening in your 10th house. Your entire image in the world is transforming. It could be really for the better, but something's got to give first. And it could be something internal when it comes to how you sacrifice for someone in the name of status. You've been sacrificing an aspect of yourself, of your authenticity, of your soul that you believe in, to maintain or gain. Thank you, Aries Allison. I really appreciate that. To retain or gain a status of some sort or a position. Um, but you've been like selling your soul. Like you've been doing something that goes against your moral compass that you wouldn't ideally want to do. So that has to be let go of. Like a level of spiritual corruption almost to a degree. but it's not something that has to be a big deal. You can make it a big deal and sustain it, and then it becomes worse. Or you can let go of it, like utilize this energy that is encouraging you to let go of it with serendipity and intuition and kind of like friendly nudges. Um, so it doesn't have to be that bad, you know. Um, you'll be gaining something a lot more meaningful by letting go of this thing that you think you need for the sake of your success or your position. Um, you're also getting the Queen of Swords. Who else had it? Aries. Um, some of you, you're this Queen of Swords to this Aries. Maybe you want to watch Aries reading if you skipped. Oh, by the way, if someone feels inclined to timestamp this, if you're watching the recording, that would be awesome, and thank you. Oh, that always applies for all my lives. So yeah. King of Cups. There's more than one person. Ten of Wands. People are okay. There's a lot of nitpicking and obsessing even over things that are really not your concern, right? Not yours to obsess over, not yours to nitpick over. It creates first and foremost a burden on yourself. Like it creates a load that is not necessary that affects your well-being emotionally and mentally. So you want to keep that in mind because it's not just there in the realm of your mind. It sits in your psyche and it takes up space. So you do want to keep that in mind. Let me think. Hold on. So I'm clearing something off my laptop. We don't have to have an opinion over everything, right? We really don't. We really don't need to have an opinion over everything. We don't need to have a say over everything. A, because it's not natural. We don't need that. Um, and B, because it's kind of cringy. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So what I did is roll the chair to turn on the automatic lights in this very smart, not so smart house. And I rolled the cord of the battery with me, and so you fell. I'm so sorry. You guys okay? This is just getting. Lives have been getting really funny recently, and I'm hoping that at least you guys are entertained at my expense. This is the part where I want chocolate. And sometimes I'm smart enough to prep in advance and have it. And sometimes, like today, I'm not. It's not yours. Let go. You're creating a convoluted situation that doesn't need to be convoluted. It can be great and fun and um, collaborative and um, productive and joyous and positive. Um, it doesn't have to be funky and heavy. It's all in the approach, right? It's all in the approach. There's something like they're overthinking taking something also very personally. So this is what you're guided to let go of in this empty moon, something that is not yours to take personally, because it's not personal to you. I'm thinking about it, it's something that isn't about you, isn't to you, for you. It's like, but you're making it about you, and then you're making it yours to have an opinion over, and then you're trying to control it. It's not helping anyone. It's certainly not helping yourself, Gemini. So don't worry, be happy. Okay. Next is Cancer. Be happy. The energy is funny. Where is the moon now? Like how empty is it? Or is it like already new? Well, even when it's already new, it's empty. When it's still in the beginning. Yeah, we're right on the new moon, so we're right on the empty moon. Gotta start aligning with my own definitions. Um, Cancer. It's happening in your ninth house. Message for Cancer regarding from the empty moon in Cancer. Six of Pentacles and King of Wands. Three more. Okay, and Seven of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, King of Wands, and Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. Cancer, it's like you've invested a lot into something from a place of giving. Um, and now you're upset that it doesn't reap rewards. But here's the thing. When you give and you don't give for the sake of giving, you're just giving because you're expecting a reward or a return. It's not really giving, right? There was a desire or a want behind this. Like you expected someone to give back somehow, to receive dividends or at least acknowledgement of some sort. You're not getting in return what it is that you were hoping to get in return. And that is the thing to let go of, that approach of like, if you're not giving with absolute no expectation or demand to receive back, and you know that if you're not receiving back, that you're not going to get upset and you're fine with it. If you can't have that understanding, then maybe you shouldn't be doing the giving. Because the person on the other side of it is like, I didn't sign up for this business transaction. You didn't tell me that that's what I'm signing up for. Otherwise, I would have rethought things, would have reconsidered. People need to know when they're, you know, lured into a business transaction, thinking that you're being generous with them. Could be someone doing that to you. There's no ill intent here. You're probably not even complaining. You're just feeling it and stewing on it. And you want to turn it inward and look at yourself in this situation. Be like, wait, hold on. I was presuming to give for the sake of giving, and now I'm upset that someone is not responding the way I want them to respond. So just utilize this as not so put them out, leave them out of this situation. You utilize this as an opportunity to observe um, your approach, and you're setting yourself up for disappointment. So if you don't like being disappointed, if you truly don't like being disappointed, because sometimes people want to be disappointed because it gives them something. If you truly don't want to be disappointed, then consider not putting yourself in situations where you might be disappointed. You don't have to give all the time. You don't have to give all the time. Who said so? No, you don't. Even when you truly give from the heart without any expectation to receive, you still don't have to give all the time. So this empty moon in Pisces is like surrender this uh, need to for reciprocity. The reciprocity will come without counting. Reciprocity will come without counting. If you're counting the give and take, you're going to feel a whole lot of frustration. Now, obviously, if you do that and you keep giving and you're not receiving anything, at one point you need to acknowledge that you're with someone who's not into being reciprocal, and not from a place of anger or resentment. Just, choose to let go. But if you choose to stay there, that's a choice. This King of Wands tells me that when you're giving with the Six of Pentacles and then the Seven of Pentacles, it comes with a purpose. Nothing wrong with having a purpose. Nothing wrong with give and take, by the way, as long as the other side is aware and agrees in advance, right? Gosh, I keep kicking the table, which shakes the computer, and it's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't have caffeine today, so I don't know why I'm being so jumpy. I had decaf. Okay, Cancer, I hope this helps. Next is Leo. Leo, 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 Leo. So this empty moon happens in your 8th house. Real opportunity to detox and to release and to surrender to something that is more powerful than you, that you don't have control over. That you actually do in a way, because it's your deep psyche and possibly your oversoul. But it requires, you got to be a yogi to control these aspects of you. It's like most people can't. So, surrender, love yourself through it. I'm going through a very meaningful purification process. Could be literally physical detox, by the way, from toxins, cleansing of the blood flow. Some of you need to take more iron. You might be short of iron. If you are indeed, and you know yourself to be, take iron supplements. To the degree that is good for your body, and you know it, not me. There could be a physical renewal of sexual energy for you, Leo. If you felt a little bit, sleepy in that arena, you might feel awakened. Okay, Leo, for this empty moon in Pisces. The Tower and Page of Pentacles. Calculated risk. If you're doing something adventurous and risky and taboo, make sure that all sides are in agreement, that you know all the details we're getting yourself into. For some of you, that you have a code word, a stop word, a safety word, something like that. Trust but verify. That's what I'm getting. It's not bad. It's just adventurous in a way that you can make it not risky, okay? And not, so that it doesn't backfire. Whatever it is that you're doing, Leo. Virgo. So this is happening across from you in your 7th house, new relationships, new old. Ooh, major karma and release when it comes to your relationships. Um, this is also Neptune is now leaving your sign. I'm sorry, leaving Pisces, leaving your 7th house when it's going to move into Aries on the 30th, I believe, of March. And then Sirius Saturn will still stay there with the new moon energy. And I think it's going to be a renaissance period for your relationships and your romance and partnership. But right now, you need to release, detox the delusions, the illusions, the shadowy connections that weren't very reliable and um, that were hiding things from you. It's like a golden era for your relationship is coming. You gotta surrender some sort of ending. It doesn't have to be an ending of a relationship, although it can play out like that. But it can also just be like just concluding the karmic cycle and you're free of it. And now things are going to start being a lot better. Let me just make sure the chair is not connected to any wires and let there be light. There we go. Okay. Let's see what the cards have to say for you, Virgo. This empty moon in Pisces. Four of Swords and Eight of Wands. Okay. You've had some like really stagnant time in the area of relationships, where you kind of took your distance because, oh my God, this is too crazy and this has been going on for too long. And step back, rethink. And when you do that, as you do that, and as the energies kind of shift, um, things start moving in a way more positive direction. You're starting to get messages. I see communication coming in for you from someone, could be someone's. Too many cards. Yeah, you're definitely getting communication at this time soon. The next couple of weeks. Sooner, I'm getting. Okay. Judgment. 8 hours, 8 days, 4 weeks. These are the time frames that are coming up. So within this time frame, and this is someone with a very clear voice and a very clear message and a very clear, strong direction. Again, I just said Renaissance and golden era for your love life and relationships. They're just confirming. So that's great. Good luck. Yeah. Love. Definitely love. Cool. Congratulations, Virgo. Enjoy. Okay. Libra, empty moon. Something about your day to day is done with. It's no longer applicable to you. It could be a type of jobs that you do, a certain schedule that you have, a time that you wake up, a time that you go to sleep, what you do in your day to day, what you eat, your nutrition, when you walk your dogs. All of these things are changing for the better. There's like a restart. And the cards say Six of Wands, Four of Cups, and Justice. It's like you've been holding yourself accountable for stuff that are not you're not accountable for. They're not your responsibility. They're not your problem. They're not your issue. Um, you have better things to do, more fun things to do, better way to spend your time. It's like the reason you've been very harsh on yourself is insecurity and thinking you're not good enough for something better. But now it's like you're just snapping out of it and you're like, wait, I can have more fun in my day to day. I can have more ease in my day to day. I can have more joy, more simplicity, maybe more people, less being alone or not being with so many seriousness all the time, maybe with more lighthearted dynamics. You really want to be clear with your environment, Libra, at this time. Sorry, I can't do this. This doesn't fit. Sorry, I can't go there. Too much gas, not worth the while. Um, Sorry, I can't go to this restaurant with you because it's not good for my stomach, the type of food that they serve there. I don't know. It's like be more confident in saying no to things that aren't just it's just not it's just not good for you today. Okay? Or this week, like every day, I mean. And you'll start seeing that people start matching themselves to you, offering, okay, so where do you want to go? Which restaurant do you want to sit at? Or which location do you want to visit? Um, okay, let's go to your place instead of to my place. Or okay, then which movie do you want to see? You know, when you start being like, sorry, no, I don't want to do this because of XYZ or whatever the case may be, you're not going to stay alone. Quite the opposite. People will start trying to please you. People will start trying to please the people pleaser. Libra, no offense, but no, it's great. Just, um, apply the guidance. It will likely work. Try. Okay. Um, Scorpio, fifth house. Ooh. Dating, sex, fun, children, hobbies. It's coming for Scorpio with this empty moon in Pisces. Something that has been on and off, or you weren't sure about whether you want this person seriously or not, you got to let go of it, because it it takes space from something else that can come in for you, romantically wise, and sexually. I'm picking, and you can't play both fields kind of thing. You can't keep that person around as an option as you have been doing to them for a while, I'm getting. First of all, regardless of someone else, it's not really kind to do to someone. So you want to be honest with them. Do they know that you're not coming around? Do they know that you're not taking them seriously? Do they know that you like them enough to spend some nights with them, but you don't love them enough to devote yourself to them? I'm sure they deserve something, someone that loves them. And, if they're waiting around to see if you'll come around. Either way, though, it's also now taking space from something new that something that can come in for you. And it's like the other person is not going to it Piscean, it's something like, okay, they're not going to want to hurt anybody. They're not going to want to hurt the other person if there is someone else. They're not going to want to, they're going to just take, you know, be very aloof and distant and just kind of phase out, right? So it's not going, it won't get caught. The fish won't get caught in the net kind of thing if you're busy eating another fish. This is such a weird analogy. Oh my God. Like the fish will see that you're eating a fish and they'll be like they're gonna swim away. So it's okay. That's a really funny analogy. I don't know. And you're a Scorpio and suddenly fishies. Okay, whatever. You're getting the picture. I think that was the message, but let's see if oh my God, the sun. Sunlight. Um, let's see what the cards have to say. Heidi. Okay. Scorpio, message for Scorps. My Scorpio seekers for this empty moon in Pisces. This six was of this Six of Wands has been coming up. So this is a good time for, you know, reaping rewards of hard-earned work. And maybe you've been in a conflict of some sort and now it's being resolved and you're the winner and people are like cheering for you. Um, People want to follow you in something. Let them, but be that leader that they're looking up at kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like play the role, be the person that they see. It's a good thing. I don't see like it's something that you need to fake or just kind of step up into the role, step into the position kind of thing. Okay. Uh, Drama, why not? The Devil and the Hermit. Six, six, nine. What? This is such a bizarre energy, Scorpio. Okay. So which one is it? Are you a wise sage or are you or are you like a sneaky demon? Like what? Very Saturnian, Saturn and Pisces. Like so okay, so the Saturn aspect of this empty new moon in Pisces is coming through very strongly. A lot of self-reflection about past relationships and conduct in relationships and how you treated the other side. Introspection. Some of you it's because you want to do better. Some of you it's because, well, I'm having fun. It's like, okay, you're not listening to anything I'm saying. That's fine. It's fine. Um, I feel like this reading is getting too long, though. I think you're smart enough to get the message that came through. This kind of just shows the dissonance, the cognitive dissonance between these two energies that are very much real inside of you. And on one hand, you're kind and you're honest and you want to do the right thing. On the other hand, you want what you want the way you want it. It's very scorpionic. Both of these are very scorpionic. You can overcome these inner conflicts by doing one wise step at a time, and you will have fun. You will have the fun. Okay. But if you do it right, you'll have fun and you'll keep your karma clean. So, yeah, good luck. No stress, no pressure. Next is Sag. Ooh, hello. Okay, I can't see shit. I can only see with my third eye. Ah. Sorry. I'm in a mood. I'm trying to think what I'll eat after the live. Maybe I'll make rice. I can't think at all because I can't see shit with this thing. If I go here, oh, this is better. Now that I'm outside the frame. Hold on, I'm coming. Hello! Now you can see me and I can see you. How lovely. This life has been a roller coaster for you guys. I appreciate your kind patience. And those of you that weren't patient and clicked off, click off. Okay. I'm a serious spiritual counselor. Sagittarius. Let me tell you your fortune. Okay. Glad someone is listening to me. I don't know what you're thinking, but okay. How are you guys doing? You okay? You there? You there? I know you're there. I can see the numbers. Say hello. You're like, just go on with Sag already. Just click to the timestamp if someone would be kind enough to do it. Whenever someone's like, why didn't you timestamp? Why didn't you timestamp? What do you mean? I'm doing this. I haven't focused. Sorry. Back to self, back to center. Sagittarius. Empty moon in Pisces. That's happening in your fourth house. Home drama. You're cutting something. Maybe you're ending a lease, ending a contract, leaving a place, moving out. Could be signing a new one simultaneously, or like it could be happening, um, in close proximity, time-wise. So fourth house is ruled by Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. So this is especially if you have moon and Sagittarius, that could apply to you. Show me more, please. Did I not just speak of the moon? Moon and King of Wands. Um, you're bouncing from something. This is something that is become like you're like, okay, this is too murky. This is too convoluted. This is too weird. This was clear. Now it's dramatic and icky. It's like you're taking ownership of yourself. You're taking ownership of yourself, of your individuality, of your well-being, of your vision, of your sense of self, of that you feel like got a little lost somewhere between the right lobe and the left lobe. You're like, where am I really? Um, it's like you try to gain clarity from a place of duality, from exploring both aspects, but you found yourself just losing all of it. And it's like, wait, where am I in all of this? Who am I? What am I? So many existential questions, Sag. It's like really like you're something that you um has defined you to your core has now gone a little bit, you feel like it may have gone a little bit array or astray, and you're trying to kind of come to terms with your place in it. High Priestess was at the top of the deck. There's something that you've kept, or someone or something that you've kept inside, like in your inner being. Um, you've compartmentalized somewhere, right? But now it's like because there was no room. There was so much going on. But now it's like they're coming to the forefront and they're becoming the main character in the story. And it's almost like to me, like your compass, like your northern compass, like a guiding thing to like refine, regain yourself, reshape yourself. recognize yourself. And this involves intuition and certain secrets for some of you. Yeah, this is something that you've been keeping secret. With some of you, it's like you've been keeping it secret from yourself. Like maybe you've been in denial to it or like suppressing it or just kind of not now. Every day was like, not now. I can't think about it now. I can't. But it kept beeping at you. This could be a person that kept like just sitting there in your head, rent free kind of thing. They kept pushing aside and not processing or not addressing or not um, interacting with, whether in your head or in reality. Let there be light. Oh, okay. Come on. Smart houses are not smart. There we go. There we go. Anyway, so this is what is such Piscean energy, so much Pisces. So it's like you're letting go of the illusion that you can let go of something. Okay, so you thought you can let go of something that you can't let go of. Not everything is meant to be let go of. Some of you need to let go of letting go. You're gonna hold. You're holding a baby. You're gonna hold. You're gonna let go of the baby. Okay, you're holding someone in their hand from falling off a cliff. You're like, "Ugh," you're gonna pull. You're gonna let go of them. No. Okay. You're holding a glass of water. You're drinking. You're gonna let go of it. No. Not everything is like. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm explaining the basics, but it's it's amazing how people sometimes lose the basics in their attempt to climb above the basics. But you need the basics to climb above the basics. There's no climbing above the basics without the basics. So here's the basics. Not everything is to be let go of. But anyway, you're letting go of the illusion that you need to let go of this thing. So that's what you're dealing with. Good luck. Next is Cappy. We have Capricorn and then Aquarius. Okay. I don't know if I'll do a fucus because this is like kind of astrology based. Well, I don't have to place it in a specific house. I could just do a tarot reading. Let's see how we feel. Capricorn, how are you guys? Capricorn, seekers, message for this empty moon in Pisces. This is happening in your third house. A way of thinking, a way of communicating is really, you're going to start processing and responding differently, communication wise and analysis wise. It's still going to be abstract and fascinating and inspiration based and creative the way you think, Cappy, but it's not going to be as messy and as hijacked by karmic processes that need to play out. So they get you to think about things in a certain way, to analyze things in a certain way, to communicate things in a certain way. You're actually free now to express your creative cray mind, which is very creative and cray. What does the tarot have to say? Awakening of the psyche, judgment, realizations, really meaningful realizations about your past, about your present. It's very inner. This could be some changes going on in your neighborhood or with your family members, especially cousins or relatives. You might get a call from a distant relative that you haven't heard from. They have interesting news. Ten of Swords about something that has ended in their life, some family situation that has reached its peak. And you're starting, there could be also a hobby that you're starting after a long time that you kind of put it aside. You needed to experience some sort of ending in your life to make room for it. And I feel like you have recently. Something has ended in your life. It's something you would know about. It's not a premonition. So this makes room for something that is very authentic to you to kind of reawaken inside of you and be expressed in your life. So that's cool in the book. Aquarius. Empty moon and Pisces in your second house. Message for Pisces, please. Four of Pentacles. Hierophant. I'm hearing stigma. There's something, Aquarius, that you have stigma about when it comes to, well, if I'm making money this way, then there's a stigma on that, or it means something, like there's a level of judgment. Or if I'm living in this place, in this way, maybe it's about living with someone without being married to them, right? And you're like, no, it has to be this certain way. Just an example. You're holding on to something rigid and systematic, and it's not serving you. You're like taking the irrelevant aspect of either a belief system or a set of values, and you're kind of holding yourself back, and it's going to cause you to possibly lose something that you'll regret and you care about. So maybe you want to reconsider your approach, forewarned, forearmed. This is not about what will be. This is about advice on how to make things better. My readings and my work. I'm not, so the cards are giving you an opportunity to acknowledge that you might be kind of on the verge of, self-sabotaging something. Um, Maybe you want to kind of open your mind a little bit and step outside of the box and not be so like it's okay. Let go, relax. You know, it's very righteous. It's very righteous. It's very demanding. It's kind of inappropriate. I'm picking up on something inappropriate. Like you might be having, or someone is doing that to you, where their righteousness makes them behave in a very inappropriate way that they feel entitled to behave like that. Like maybe they're saying things to you that are like super inappropriate and like not out of line. Like maybe you're doing that where you feel entitled to talk to someone in a way, and it's like, dude, are you forgetting that I'm a grown adult and you can't talk to me like that? Or something like that. It's like you gotta take a breath, take a moment, just take yourself out of the situation and have some proportions to your position in the situation. Maybe you're in a position of power, but you kind of lost. It's like you don't have that kind of power, right? You can't utilize your power to do that or to say that or to speak like that. That's a little bit out of line. It's like a little bit like uh, stepping out of the line. So just kind of come back to self and observe your behavior objectively and be like, do I really have the authority or legitimacy to control this situation, to judge this situation, to sabotage this situation from a position of influence? Uh, yeah, because there's something that you're taking a bit too far, Aquarius, and creating creating some possibly some damage and destruction and hurt. Um, I'm hearing abuse of power. Be really, really careful, Aquarius. You don't want to be that person, you know. And especially now, there's like karma is bouncing back so fast, so strong. This doesn't take lifetimes anymore. It's like immediate results, and it's like so. Keep that in mind. Okay, we've gone through the entire zodiac. That's awesome. Let's do a message for Seeker 13 for Ophiuchus for this empty moon in Pisces. Too many cards. Message for Fucus for this empty Pisces. Guys, I changed the tier a little bit, just a small change on channel membership. Now you get all the Taroscope sequels, and that's on that have been uploaded since last year, since March 2024 till now, on the shifter tier, and that includes the Karmic Shift and Liberation for $10 a month, $9.99. You can cancel anytime. So you basically get all of these sequels and all this content for like the price of one or a little over one or something like that. And so check it out. It's also a great way to support and reciprocate with the channel. What else? Just check out the description box for any information or services. All the information is below. There are all kinds of tiers for channel members. So thank you to my channel members, the existing ones. Thank you for your ongoing support. Very appreciated. Very awesome. Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus for this empty. I'll just sit in the dark. I don't care. The light just went off again. Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Oh, this is great. Okay, this is really, really great. Whatever seed you're planting now, it's going to grow threefolds in a really productive, abundant way. It needs to be something, you want it to be something that has longevity in mind to it, that you're investing your time and energy in, that you really believe in, that is really in alignment with you, that you see yourself do for at least a year, at least 1 year to 3 years. Right? You're devoting yourself. This is my plan now. I'm gonna do this investment for 1 year, and then I'm going to build it broader for the next 3 years. Like have a real game plan, like work plan, or this could be a job that you'll have for at least 3 years that will be very financially beneficial. A collaboration of some sort, that will stay around in your life for a while. Good relationships, good alliance, good collaboration that will, it might start as one thing, but you'll find that it continues and grows even better. I do see this is finances going through, and like this empty space here in the Three of Pentacles is where you build from. Okay, that's why new moons are a time to create and manifest and to start. But you gotta know how to work with the energy. You gotta know how to work with the empty space, the empty matter, in order to create matter. Right? The seed has to spend some time in the soil before and be nourished before it sprouts out and grows. So this is kind of the energy of the empty moon and then leading to the new moon. But for you, Fucus, it's really, really, really positive. Thank you all. Stay magic, stay true, stay free. I love you. Bye for now.